Hello, my name is Joseph Foley, and I am going to be talking about an increase in depression as a result of the stay-at-home order. To get started, the few key terms that are necessary for this presentation are depression, social isolation, and the stay-at-home order. Depression is feelings of severe despondency and dejection. Social isolation is the structural absence of social interactions, contacts, and relationships with family and friends, neighbors on an individual level, and with society at large on a broader level. And the stay-at-home order is a government control program for COVID-19 that was designed for residents to stay at their homes unless it was for essential travel or to buy essential items. My proposed methodology to conduct research are interviews. As this is qualitative data, meaning there are no numbers, I will need to have detailed interviews with questions regarding hobbies, motivation, lack of appetite, and declined cognitive ability. Of course, there are more. These are just a few. The questions will detail from before quarantine and before the COVID-19 pandemic to current day and how people are feeling now and if they still have these same hobbies, the same motivation, the same appetite, and the same cognitive ability. So how does this apply to the COVID-19 pandemic? This applies because people are confined to their homes and apartments and their other shelters. The stay-at-home orders sort of limit social interaction, and I'm in no way saying that the stay-at-home orders are not necessary, simply that they limit social interaction. There's a loss of quality of life as community is one of the big parts, and by separating it because of the COVID-19 pandemic and because of the stay-at-home order and quarantine, it takes away part of the quality of life. Equally, there's fear of contraction, so people constantly look and get anxiety from watching the numbers of the pandemic increase, and there's very low social interaction, meaning that people aren't communicating with each other and there isn't as much day-to-day business going on. And in my graphic that I have posted on this slide, it is a street in Chicago, and Chicago is a very populated city, but there are very few people on the street and very few cars. So this lack of social interaction means that social isolation takes a part, and for depression, social isolation is almost combined. It's very close. Thank you for listening. That was a bit about my research.